Hey guys, thank you very much for joining me today. My name is Belladonna, and today I am doing a pick a card reading, a love reading, and this is a pick a card reading. Who will I marry? And so I'm going to show you. The cards have already been laid out, and they've already been laid out, and I'm gonna show you here the cards. Let me see how can I do this. So this is card 1, or pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. So just bear in mind with the numbers, okay? Just think of the numbers. I want this to be more of a more of an intuitive pull for you guys. So just think of the numbers 1 through 4. You might want to pause the video and then come back, meditate for a few minutes, relax, and then see what number shows up. And that's the card pile that would be for you. So let's get started, okay? I'm going to start with pile number 1, and let's see who you are going to marry or be in a long committed relationship with. So this is card pile number 1, and I'm going to pull the astrology cards first. We have second house and we have Pisces. So this is telling me that your next partner is someone who's very artistic, creative, definitely not someone who has like a 9-to-5, or perhaps they do, but maybe it's with an industry that's very, creative and like progressive, definitely something very modern. I feel like they're more of an artsy person. So this could mean like someone who is into art, or maybe writing, music, something definitely in the creative arts. Even could be someone who's like very spiritual, because Pisces is actually a very spiritual sign. Could also be of a Pisces sign themselves. Maybe their moon is in Pisces, or their sun, or even their ascendant might be in Pisces. So it could be of a sign of a Pisces, but this is just giving me the impression that they are just, very dreamlike, and that to me tells me that they're not really like a conservative, conventional type of person. They're more of like a free spirit, like hippie, more free, more liberating, more like poetry, and just and very loving also, because Pisces is like the deepest water sign. So this is someone that you're going to have a big emotional and like romantic connection with, because they're so comfortable with dealing with emotions, especially the emotions of their partner. So that's what I'm seeing here. Let me see. Hold on. The angels are communicating, you guys. Yeah, it's someone. So the angels were just telling me that this is someone that you initially might have some sort of like, maybe at first you guys won't really connect well, but it's something that develops into something really big, really long lasting, and really fun. I feel like they're going to be the ones to, help you even know yourself more and mature, and even discover your own purpose. I feel like they're going to be the catalyst for that. So, okay, let me move on to the next cards. And I have here Sisterhood of the Rose, and it says beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Yeah, so the impression I was getting earlier that because Pisces is a very spiritual sign, I feel like this person is going to be very spiritual, very enlightened person. And that's the vibe that I was getting earlier, how they're not going to be just a regular Joe Schmo, you know. This is someone who's really advanced, like spiritually advanced, and they're going to help you with your own expansion as well. They're going to take you there. They're going to be sort of like acting like as your guru almost. But it's going to be a very beautiful relationship. It'll be challenging at first in the sense that you guys might not really, you guys are going to feel that you are, and more so you're going to feel like you guys are just complete opposites. But trust me that this person is, it's almost like they're destined for you, because through them, you're going to just reach the next level of consciousness, spiritual consciousness. So that's cool. The next card is the Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? So the way that you're going to meet this person is by doing something that it's like doing something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. It's something that is maybe something that has been your goal, or discovering your own sort of like purpose in life. You might meet them through, I feel like you're gonna meet them through maybe career, like your job, or through, I'm actually getting more of the vibe of you're gonna meet them through networking with people and getting to know people. Whatever your purpose is and whatever you've been sort of working towards, when you do that, you're going to start meeting like a lot of people. Actually, I feel like you guys are also going through a sort of career expansion, or like rediscovering what your talents are and what you want to do and what your passion is. And when you start sort of living that, you are meeting tons of people, you're networking, and it's through that networking that you're going to discover and meet this person. But you first have to answer your deep calling. So you really have to sit back and really meditate what it is that you were born to do, you know. And the faster you know that, the faster that you're going to meet your lover. As far as timing, it's something that it will happen as soon as you do that. Okay, so this could be prolonged. Like you can meet this person as early as tomorrow, right? But as long as you not follow your passion in life, the longer this is going to take, because this is a very karmic okay, here's what the angels are telling me, you guys. Okay, for those that are single, and even the ones that are not single, the ones in relationships and the ones that are single, everyone pretty much, from now on, the beginning of this year and through this whole like coronavirus thing, from now on, relationships are going to be karmic. All of them are going to be karmic relationships. Each relationship is going to be there to teach you something about yourself. And the faster you learn your lessons, actually scratch that. The faster you know yourself and what you're passionate about and what you're here to do, and the faster you live that purpose, you will meet your true karmic relationship, your true soulmate, you know. So just bear that in mind. This is an information that my angels have been saying to me for a few months now. And then the last card is just the 10 of Wands. And yeah, this is, as I was saying earlier, this is a person who you might think that in the beginning you might not be, you know, meshing well with. You might think that there's no chemistry in the beginning, but there's actually so much connection from both sides, and you guys are both dealing with past relationship BS, and that's why at the beginning it might seem like you guys are not like really that into each other, but later on you discover that there's just so much connection there and chemistry that it's sort of like you feel like you're going through an uphill battle with like finding a partner, but your partner has been there the whole time. It's like, yeah. So this is someone that you are not, this is someone that initially just feels like their entire existence is complete opposite as from the one that you have. But you guys are going to really have a strong connection. And that's who I see that you guys are going to marry. I'm getting the letter C as well. I don't know if that makes any connection. Yeah. So that's what I see for card pile number 1. Now for card pile number 2, we have, let me start with the astrology cards first. We have the 7th house and Saturn. Okay, so let's see. Saturn is, the 7th house is the lover's house, pretty much. It's the house that's naturally ruled by Libra, which is your partners, it's your companionship, it's marriage, it's relationships, and that is the card. So this is someone, I can already tell from the bat that this is someone who is destined, like this is someone who is more like a twin flame. So I don't really understand the whole twin flame thing yet, but if there are relationships, earthly relationships that can be categorized as a twin flame, yours is one of those. Yeah, that's how intense of a relationship is. And we have Saturn. So this is something that also, just very similar to pile number 1. This is a relationship that you might have to work for to be in. This is giving me the vibe that this is maybe like a long distance sort of thing, or a relationship where you both have to like work. Initially, you have to work like to be able to see each other as frequent as possible, or maybe there's maybe this relationship is sort of like a taboo, or not supported by others for some reason. But this is a relationship that has to go through challenges initially, but it is your soulmate. This is like your twin flame. The next cards we have is share your voice, and it says come out of the cave, persecution and expression. So yes, this is again just supporting the idea that this relationship has to go through sort of like a karmic cycle, and you might both have to be dealing with spiritual lessons that both of you have to, you know, go through first. And it's because the reason why those lessons are there is because the universe wants you to be able to feel free and comfortable, and the universe wants you to just be the best expression of yourself. So I can sense that a lot of you guys are not maybe living your truest purpose, and you're feeling sort of like the archetype of like a sacrificial lamb, or someone who has gone through so much in the past. You are, I don't want this to sound, you know, negative, because I'm not wanting you to feel that, but it's somewhat like if you identify yourself with the slave archetype, you know, someone who has gone through so much, and that maybe has created some sort of psychological imprint on you, where you feel like you have to work for love, or that you have to sacrifice something out of yourself to be able to feel worthy of love. And that's what the universe is trying to teach you, that you don't have to do that. You are beautiful and you are loved right now. There's nothing that you need to pay for. Like, you are worthy as you are right now, because you are God, you are the universe, you are the source. Like, there's nothing that you need to complete. It's you already. You just need to realize that and work on releasing this spiritual traumas in regards to relationships. It's because a lot of you guys had to go through so much toxicity in not just romantic relationships, but also like familial relationships with, you know, family and stuff. And maybe some of you guys have been, you know, orphans, or just maybe felt like you never had, you know, love from others your entire life. The universe is preparing you to feel worthy of this relationship. Like, this relationship is around the corner for you. You just need to, in order for you to show up to this relationship and be able to also give love, not just receive the love and feel worthy of love, but also be able to express your love to your love partner, okay, to your lover. You need to realize that you are worthy of love, and you are a vessel for love. And then that's when the relationship will come into fruition. That's why karmically Saturn, you know, Saturn is the planet of restriction and challenges. So Saturn right now is putting like a challenge into your relationship, your romantic relationships, because it's trying to teach you a lesson. And the lesson here is that you don't need to sacrifice anything. You don't need to pay for love. You don't need to like do something first to then receive love from others. You are a vessel of love, and you are the expression of love already. You don't have to do anything. You are complete. And the past is in the past, and you need to shed your skin. Just like the snake, you know, like the snake doesn't die. It just sheds its skin and then moves on to a new chapter. And that's sort of like what your message is for you guys. It's just knowing that. So the next card we have is, again, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. The true north in astrology is, you know, what you should strive to achieve, you know. And for you, it's just knowing how valuable you already are and how worthy you are just by existing, because you are a manifestation of divine love. You know, you are so important, like so important, so special, that no one's going to have your fingerprints like you do. No one's going to have your retinal scan like you do. No one's going to have the same DNA structure like you do. And that's because you are a manifestation of the eternal, like eternity, God, source, universe. Like, you are divine love already. You just need to understand that and really take it in, and like really take it into your, like, down to your subconscious. You might need to do some shadow work. You might need to work with a therapist. You might need to work with like some sort of life coach, or like even like a tarot reader, like someone who is a spiritual leader who can help you sort of like work with the archetypes that you are like really identifying yourself with, and then learning how to encode a new archetype, you know, that is more conducive to receiving love and living in love and just being the most authentic you. So you might need to do some energy work, some quantum healing, archetypal clearing and stuff. So that's where I see you guys. Yeah, we have the last card is the 8 of Swords. Okay, so this is someone who is gonna come to you in probably when you are at, you know, the most, whenever you feel the most desolate, the most like, just when you thought you lost everything, there is a sign of hope, like the water in this card. Like, this person is completely bound and they're blindfolded and their hands are tied behind their back, and they have the judgment of all the swords, you know. They're not realizing the beautiful castle in the background, and the water, right? The healing that's about to enter their life. And that's sort of like what's gonna be happening to you guys. It's like this lover, this soulmate is coming to you when you are dealing with like so much, you know, chaos and so much like despair. This person is gonna come to you almost like a breath of fresh air and like a savior sort of thing. Like, I'm not trying to say that this is like a Prince Charming sort of thing, because like I said, you guys are divine love. There's no, you don't need to be saved. There's nothing that needs to be done. You already are divine love. It's just shifting your consciousness, shifting like your attention. If this person could just see, okay, they would realize that there's water coming into this like desolate land. There's water, so that's a hope. You guys just need to open your awareness, increase your awareness, and lift the consciousness to a higher degree to be a vibrational match with this person. And the sooner you do that, the sooner your relationship will come into fruition. And that's what I see for you guys. That's pile number 2. For those that chose pile number 3, let's see what is in store for you guys. I'm going to start with the astrology cards first. And we have first house and then semi-sextile, which is allowing. The semi-sextile, this is the catalyst of what encourages the signs. Like, for example, here we have the first house, right? This is you. This is the self. This is your physical body. This is your ego, like you as an individual. And this is the semi-sextile. This is allowing. So whenever this other person comes in, or this other sign, for example, this is going to be someone who is allowing, who encourages. This is someone who will grow with you. This is someone who's actually, you have so much chemistry with. It's you guys have so much in common with. Like, it's almost like you guys have both gone through the same sort of like life karmic cycles, and like, but even to the point where like you guys have gone through almost like very similar past life cycles. This is someone who's been with you for so many lifetimes. This is someone who's here on a mission with you, who's going to share the same mission and purpose as you do. And so this is telling me that you're going to meet this person through your spiritual mission as well. Whatever that is, and whatever purpose you have, you are meeting that person through that. And you guys are going to be like at the same level. You might meet this person like in school. I'm getting the sense that this is like schooling scenario or situation. But they're the same, like, yeah, the same sort of like social circles, maybe even. Yes. So let's see, the next card we have the Great Gathering, and it says it's all coming together, intuitive hits and soul tribe. Yeah, okay, so this confirms that this person is someone who is your soul tribe, is like your soul family. You guys come from the same stars, you know, like you guys have been together for many lifetimes, many lifetimes, and you're all coming together. You guys are about to meet, and you're going to meet through your life purpose. This is what the angels are telling me, you guys. This is something that the angels have been saying to me for at least a few years. And that is, I just received the message one day, and it just said that if people want to meet their soulmate, that karmic relationship that just feels like it's like a twin flame, like a soulmate, someone who was destined to be with you, someone who's going to be the perfect lover. The only way that will ever happen for any one of us is if we are doing our purpose, our dharma. So I would definitely suggest reading up on dharma, okay, what Hinduism explains for dharma. This is your life purpose, your soul mission. And once you do that, that will be the only way that you will meet the truest love partner for you. I'm not saying that if you don't do that, that you're not going to meet or be in a relationship. Of course you will. But these relationships for all of us, if we're not doing our life purpose, they will all eventually fail. That's why all my previous relationships have failed until I started doing my life purpose. And, all of a sudden, that's when I met my current life partner. We've been together for so long now, and it still feels like it's the beginning, like we're still in that sort of rosy part of our relationship where everything's rosy colored and everything's rainbow and sunshines. It still feels that way, and it's crazy because I've never felt like that with anyone else. And it only happened when I started living my purpose. So you guys really need to discover what that purpose is for you. And that means that you guys need to become spiritual. You guys need to, and you guys are already spiritual. If you're clicking on this video, more than likely you guys are already spiritual. But then it's all about discovering what your passions are. I'm going to tell you the secret. It's not a secret, but it's something so simple that people forget it. The way you're going to discover what your true purpose is, and your dharma, is by making sure that you're always following what's enjoyable and what's fun. If you can always follow fun and excitement and joy, more so joy than fun. If you can just follow your joy and your bliss, that thing that makes you feel like you're about to have an orgasm, like that excitement, that childish joy sort of thing, the longer you can stay in that moment, the quicker you're going to realize what your true purpose is. And that will be so helpful for you in finding, and not finding, but meeting this partner. So, yeah. Yes, Lizzie, it all makes sense, you guys. The next card is a star. Like, this is someone who's destined for you. This is someone that wow, just so much connection. Like, this is someone who's going to come to you, and it's just going to be like this perfect union because both of you guys are following the same cycle, right? The same, like, you guys are going to meet each other when both of you are doing your life purpose. And if you yourself are doing your life purpose, your partner is also doing theirs. So there will never be a situation where you're doing your life purpose and then your partner is not. This, for you guys specifically, this is someone who is going through the same lessons as you, same soul contracts, everything. And it's all coming together, like this card says. You guys are coming together, and it's just going to be so special and beautiful. And the star is the card that talks about destiny. It talks about the signs are out there, and following the North Star, following your true purpose, that's when the union of the water and the earth, which brings fertility, will happen. That magical formula of two becoming one, that's what's going to happen for you guys. And you just need to follow your purpose, follow your bliss, and do what makes you happy. The last card is you guys. Okay, so the card of Pleiades, it says double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. You guys are double mission. You see, like, you guys are going through the same, like, spiritual awakening. It's so crazy. Yeah, this is someone who's going through the same things as you are. This is someone who's thinking the same things as you are and feeling the same things you are. So this is someone who, as soon as you meet, you're going to experience that spark, like that love at first sight sort of thing. This is you. You're going to know when you're in the presence of your lover. And it's just going to be a beautiful relationship, you guys. Oh, beautiful. Okay, the last pile we have, pile number 4. I'm going to start with the astrology cards. And that is Jupiter and Virgo. Ooh, okay. Okay, so Jupiter is a planet of expansion, and it's a planet that is all about adventure and like travel and seeking and like so much expansion and like exploration and potential. Virgo is the sign that is very it's an earth sign, so it's very very industrial. It's a perfectionist, it's very that sort of energy, but it's also very efficient, very I can't say the word. Methodical. There you go. So yes, you guys, this is telling me that this partner is someone who travels a lot. Yeah. Someone whose business is about traveling. I'm getting, okay, the angels were just telling me that this is like a photographer or like something like that. Something that deals with media in some form or fashion, but it's more like, it's more entrepreneurial. This is telling me that this is someone who either works with computers or like does some sort of like photography thing and travels a lot for that. So this is someone that's all about expansion. They could be in school also, or you're meeting them through some sort of like school situation, or maybe you're trying to do something as far as your career goes, and it's through your sort of like career, because I see you guys like shifting career goals, and as soon as you do that, like something's gonna happen where you're going to look for maybe mentorship, and that's maybe something along the lines of that. That's how you're going to meet this person. It's like you have to do a little bit of like your own exploration yourself. And it's through that exploration that you're going to meet this other person who's all about exploring. And their job is exploration. So that's what I'm getting. Okay. The next card is Get Grounded. And it says, empaths, highly sensitives connect with nature. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe that makes sense because earlier I was saying that this is someone who travels a lot, right? And I just started seeing a vision of someone taking pictures of like nature, and maybe this has something to do with, maybe, let me see. Yeah, I feel like this is someone who travels all over the world and gets to see beautiful places, and they're very entrepreneurial, so they might actually have like a Instagram page or something, and you meet them through that maybe also. So this is someone who is also very spiritual, and again, just like everyone else that picked the other piles, the only way that this is something that my angels told me is that from now on, or not from now on, this has always been the case, but the only reason, or not the only reason, but the only way that people are going to meet and come in contact with their soulmate, you know, that their true karmic relationship, is by following their true purpose, their true direction in life, their true path, and doing whatever it is they're doing where they can be their true authentic self. That will be the only way that this will ever manifest. So you definitely have to do that. And a lot of you guys, for the majority of people in the world, this means that you have to become spiritual. But you guys, this person is also already like a highly spiritual person. This is someone who connects with nature, has some sort of relationship with nature, and so do you. And this person's a psychic, and so are you. We all are psychics, but you guys have this natural affinity to your own psychic abilities, and so will your partner. So perhaps doing some sort of manifestation, journaling, scripting, getting to know who you are, knowing yourself, because the faster you can live your purpose and be your authentic self, that is when this true karmic relationship will enter your life, and it's just going to be an amazing thing. The next card is the rite of passage, the initiation, the rite of passage and crossing the threshold. This is definitely something, a relationship where there has to be for you as an individual, you have to go through your own like path alone, and whenever you go through your dark night of the soul sort of moment, that moment in your life where you're in complete despair and like you don't see the purpose of anything, you need to still push through that, because there is still some hope for you. There is hope, and as long as you can cross that door and come out on the other side. Perhaps a lot of you guys have to deal with addictions and like some trauma. You might need to do some shadow work. You might need to be with hire a therapist or even like a life coach, a guru, a spiritual leader, a tarot reader, someone that can guide you, you know, and help you learn the tools that you need to be able to heal from the past, move on from the past, and then just be this open vessel for love. That's when this is all going to happen. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. You guys are going to be traveling the world, and you guys are just going to expand and explore together. And like, you guys are actually going to be well known. A lot of you guys are going to become a little famous from this, like from this relationship. Like, a lot of you guys will be sort of well known in your communities. So that's exciting. You guys, yes. Okay, so the natural ruler for this card is Jupiter. Like, that's insane. Okay, so here we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is telling me this is destiny. Like, you will meet this person no matter what. Point blank, period. And this is like a soulmate. This is a true soulmate relationship. Like, definitely karmic. But like I said, you have to cross the abyss and you have to go through that darkness and then come out of that door and like heal. And then you need to live your true purpose so that you can bring this lover into your life. Because it's destined. You will have to go through that. You will have to discover your true purpose, live an authentic life, be who you are, follow your bliss, follow what makes you happy, because all of that is destined for you. And that's when this partner will arrive. And if this becomes that's the reason why I say, like, the angels told me that the only way true love, true long-lasting soulmate, like twin flame, like karmic relationship love will happen is by you being the fullest potential of you, your highest potential, your highest vibration potential. That's how true love will come, and you will see who your true love partner is, and you guys will be forever and ever together. If that becomes premature, like let's say you meet someone who's not really following their true purpose, and therefore whenever anyone does not follow their true purpose, their essence is they're not being satisfied. And that will always bring friction into relationships. That's why I say, if you want to discover and find your true love partner, your soulmate, you have to first be doing your purpose. So you guys need to really be spiritual, read books, like really dive deep into spirituality so that it can help you learn tools to be able to identify what your life purpose is, because that just brings so much reward, especially with love. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me and for watching this video. I know that right now we're going through a very challenging time with this whole coronavirus and economic collapse sort of thing, but you guys, this is all destined. This is all destined. We are the divine. We've been through this. We brought this into we know this. We manifested this, but we also manifest a solution. Whenever something challenging is, or whenever something challenging happens, we need to understand that we made a contract with this, but we also know that we have created a solution, because we never come into a contract with something unless we know that there's also a solution, and that solution is so important to our spiritual growth. So trust me, guys, I know it's a challenging time, but there's hope, and there's a solution to this, and we're going to be okay. I know some people in the world have gone through this terrible disease, but there's nothing to fear at the end. Even those people that have, like, just trust me, guys, we're gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. And there's something major happening to our society, to the world. Like, going through this, like right now, these first couple of months of 2020, we're going through deep karmic stuff. Like, we have Saturn next to Jupiter. Like, what? Like, Saturn is the planet of challenges. Jupiter is a planet of expansion. So our challenges are just expanding all over the place, and it's creating contrast. But contrast is actually a beautiful thing, because it tells you, it reminds you that you just need to be more clear in what you want to manifest. And learning the lessons. There's lessons here that are just going to just rock our entire world. Like, humanity is never going to be the same after this. And there's going to be so much healing, so much purging, you know, from the world. Like, so much pain is just purging out of, like, humanity as a whole. We're going through the dark night of the soul for, like, the humanity right now. Like, we always go through this every few hundred years. The entire world goes through something like this. These are just new aeons that are happening, new eras in spiritual development for humanity. That's what I'm saying. Like, this thing that we're going through right now, this karmic cycle, there's going to be a less, like, we're going to come out of this, and there's an improvement in society that's going to result after this. Trust me, you guys, something beautiful is going to come out of this. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.